Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Friday, July 21st, 2017. And today in our Tech News Update, we have Qualcomm that is in a situation where they were taking advantage of their dominant position. They were asking premiums and even charging more just to get their own chips. Well, Apple got tired of that and is suing Qualcomm. Well, now we know that Microsoft, Google, and Facebook are actually going to go side by side with Apple in fighting Qualcomm and basically, trying to get them to just give back a lot of the money that they, over years, asked these companies. And they were really bad because what they were doing is simply saying, hey, if you don't give us a premium, we will stop giving you our chips. And of course, Qualcomm is a dominating company in many types of chips for devices, including ARM chips. In other news, Microsoft has released its revenue information, and they say that cloud and Office is very strong. And now, for the first time ever, Office subscription actually make more money than the traditional Office desktop apps that you just buy at the stores, which is quite interesting. And even on the consumer side, Office 365 is getting more and more popular. Phone, well, pretty much inexistent and pretty much zero revenue from there. And Windows is up 8%. Surface devices down 2%. But you know what? The cloud services, an increase, amazing increase in the revenue stream from that. Well, a security company that was looking at some Russian websites for hackers came across what apparently is an online Russian course to explain to wannabe hackers how to actually make and do credit card fraud. So that company says, well, these are kind of easily accessible online and maybe should be blocked because it's really not a good idea. A interesting study from Cisco says that even though we hear ransomware all the time and that it seems to be the biggest problem in computer security, the really worst thing that's happening right now that is much worse than ransomware is a way to steal money by targeting business by emails. And to give you an idea, and this is a very important scam, by the way, because what they do is they send an email trying to pretend they are such and such company with this or that product, or pretending to be the big boss saying, hey, you know what, I need money immediately for a transaction. And to give you an idea of how well this works, in 3 years from 2013 to 2016, Cisco says that the bad guys made $5.3 billion with this type of scam, and it is the #1 way of actually stealing money online. Verizon and Netflix are kind of in a battle here. Some users were saying that Netflix, was not working well on their Verizon connections, and of course they were blaming Netflix. But Netflix went to social media and said, "Look, we are not the problem here. Verizon is to blame because they do bandwidth caps to make sure that the video degrades or stops from time to time, and they say that the only one to blame here is Verizon." And another new way of actually having security is probably coming soon, and it's called app wrapping. More and more apps will use this form of security. App wrapping is basically adding a layer around the app that is kind of a firewall, if you want, or a security lock, and it actually prevents the app from malicious attacks from the outside. And apparently this would be the new thing in future apps on our devices. Well, Alphabet Market, the biggest online illegal website, has finally been shut down by, of course, a host of international law enforcement One of the interesting stories behind Alpha Bay Market is, of course, we were saying that one person was arrested and they found him dead in Thailand in his prison cell. Well, the story is interesting because that person comes from Montreal, right here, and we are talking a little more about it here because the family says that, well, he didn't commit suicide, somebody killed him. Yet, it seems that he was the master behind the biggest illegal selling drugs, selling arms of all sorts, guns, everything. It was apparently amazing, everything you could have there. And it was the biggest in the world in such on the dark web. So, wow, when you think about it, amazing. So, this was the Tech News Update for Friday, July 21st, 2017. You enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up, and hope that you enjoy our videos.